Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and having a fantastic week. In today's video I'm doing a massive bird toy and treat haul because we were in desperate need of topping up on some supplies and I wanted to try out a few different bits and pieces and some new perches and things like that because as I've kind of worn away and I wanted to replace them. So I'm going to show you what I got today. Today's order is from Scarlett's Parrot Essentials. I'll try and leave a link down in the description, but I'm actually ordering from a few different places because we need different things from different places. So I'll have a kind of a series of hauls up over the coming weeks, so I hope you enjoy seeing some of the bits that we got and what we think of them. And I'll also be making another kind of like new parrot products video because there's some things coming out. I'm just waiting for a few others to be released and then I'll make that video too, as well as plenty of parrot educational content and cute bird stuff as well. So if you're new here and that's the kind of thing you like, maybe consider subscribing for more parrot care content, and if you are one of my regular viewers, then thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate the time you take to come and watch my videos and like and comment. Really appreciate each and every one of you. So let's get straight into this haul. So first of all, I got a couple of packets of Tops pellets. These are the small hookbill ones. If you haven't watched any of my other videos before, you may not know that we don't actually feed pellets as the kind of main part of our birds' diet. Our birds are pretty much on a raw, natural kind of whole foods and vegetable diet, but we do like using high quality pellets as part of a bit of forage, sometimes part of an evening meal. They're not a huge part of our birds' diet, but we do like to kind of have them in the bird supply cupboard just as a bit of kind of fun and forage. So I've got a couple of these because the birds do like these ones, and yeah, they've got decent quality ingredients. Next up I have this beautiful ginormous toy. This is like, it's like bigger than my head, and this is a rainbow shred pinata from Sky Pet Products. This is all lovely palm leaf and it's a lovely natural toy. It's very big, and if you didn't know already, we have cockatiels and conures and they live in big flight cages. The cockatiels and two conures live in a Liberta, Oregon flight cage, and our other conure Olive lives in a rainforest Bolivia cage, and this fits in absolutely perfectly. Now something I wanted to point out, because I have got a lot of big toys, is quite often people think, oh, you know, I can't give my little bird big toys, when you absolutely can. Obviously some birds are going to be very neophobic, they might be scared of bigger toys, in which case you need to do some training with them to get them used to these sorts of things. But if you're kind of looking at this toy and thinking, wow, if I put that in my bird's cage, it would take up the entire cage, there'd be no room for anything else, that would be the point where I'd say maybe it's time for a cage upgrade for your bird. Because for our birds, I could easily fit, you know, 8 of these in there with plenty of space for loads of other things. So this, having, you know, big toys in my bird's cage is absolutely fine. But if you're thinking, oh, well, that might, you know, take up too much space in my bird's cage, that's the point where I'd say maybe it's time to expand, give them a little upgrade, give them some extra space, and then they can enjoy toys like these. I think my birds are absolutely going to love this. They love this style of toy, they love all of the natural bits, and it's got all of these little tassels and things to encourage preening and shredding, which is what you want your birds' toys to kind of promote. You want them to destroy them and shred them. Then I've got a slightly smaller one, but again, another Sky Pets Products one. This is just called a woven pinata, I think. Olive, my turquoise conure, she really likes these harder bits. She likes really getting her beak involved, and then she loves pulling out all the stuffing. But all of my birds really like this style of toy. And what I like about these toys as well is they come with these little coconut hooks. I know some people don't like using metal hooks, or they struggle with tying strings, so having these coconut hooks are really good and very bird safe. So this is another excellent toy. The toys I picked in today's haul are ones I haven't tried before, but I like the look of, and if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I can't resist buying more toys, even though they have more than enough. But I wanted to give them a go to see what they were like, and I'm quite impressed with this one. The size is great, the prices are great, so I'm sure the birds are going to like it too. We also needed a top up of finger traps. My birds are absolutely obsessed with finger traps. I know most birds are, and there are so many different things you can do with these. Sometimes I'll push them through the bars, sometimes I will stuff treats in there with some crinkle paper for them to destroy. Sometimes I'll make them into other toys as well. They're really versatile, and of course they're made of natural materials as well. This is, I think it's palm leaf as well, or a similar kind of natural material. And yeah, they're really great fun, and I always try and pick some up if I'm ever doing an order because we go through them like crazy. So glad I stocked up on these ones. Then I've got another ginormous Sky Pet Products toy. This is the Carnival Pinata. Same kind of principle really. So it's got all the different palm leaf bits and little shreddable bits, but the woven style is different, so it's kind of a different texture for your birds, something slightly different to play with. You could probably even hide some seeds in some of these little folds and things, and again it comes with a little coconut hook, which is great. But yeah, it's a nice another big toy that my birds can get involved in and shred and have lots of fun with. And also with the bigger toys as well, especially with my cockatiels, they love climbing all over them, they love sitting on top of them, and it's great for exercise too because it works different kind of leg muscles. So that's why we like buying bigger toys as well as smaller toys. I'll show you a couple of the smaller toys in a second, but I think they're going to absolutely love this one. And as I said, slightly smaller toys. This is called the Comet Pinata, I believe. It's from Sky, so we've got the coconut hook that I keep talking about, but this is just a slightly smaller shredding toy, again made of palm leaf, and it's got the little fuzzy bits coming out, but again it's going to be another sort of pretty easy shreddable for birds, and this would be a less intimidating size if you're looking to introduce more shreddables into your bird's cage. This is slightly smaller, and I think most birds will enjoy getting involved. And again, it's got similar folds, so you can try and hide some treats in there, maybe even in the top as well. It's got a little hole there so you could hide some treats in, but another favourite, and I know that my birds are going to absolutely love this one. The next toy is actually by Hagen Harry. We love their toys as well. They're again all pretty natural, the ones that we've had before, and our birds just love them. This is the extra large Harry ball. It's fairly decent, it's fairly big, and I think this is roughly about £3. But what I like about this one, I'll try and bring it closer if it will focus, is the palm leaf and the materials. I'm not sure if it's rattan or whatever it is really, really tightly compact. So it's going to be really hard for your bird to actually get in here. Sometimes you get balls like this and they're very loose and flimsy, and while that can be good for hiding treats, they don't last very long. Whereas this one is really, really solid, and I think Olive, again, is going to really enjoy this one because she likes getting her beak involved and pulling things apart and making a great big mess and feeling very proud of herself afterwards. So this is going to be a great hit. What we actually do with our flock is we rotate around all of the toys, so it's not, you know, I'm buying toys for Olive or I'm buying toys for the cockatiels. We do actually change them around very regularly, so everyone gets a chance to enjoy the different toys and see what they like and what they don't like, or what they're not that interested in, and it gives us a real idea of, you know, what we should buy again, what we should avoid buying, and just seeing how different birds interact with all the different toys. So the next sort of toy is something we've had before, but it actually just broke, so we needed to get a replacement. And this is a shapes like a puzzle toy in the size small. We've been trying to sort of on and off train our birds to match up the shapes. We haven't really prioritised it as a behaviour, but it's something that's, you know, a bit fun for a training session. But yeah, as broke, the pegs came out and then it all separated, so we needed to get another one. So we've got that now so we can continue their training. The Conures are definitely better than the Cockatiels at trying to learn this toy, but we'll give it a go with everyone and see if we can get there one day. Then I needed to get a standing perch for each of the birds' cages, so I got these ones. We always buy these ones, and they are made from like crushed seashells into a perch shape, so they're very safe for your birds. Sometimes you can get like standing perches that have actual sand on them, and we do not recommend those at all. You don't want your birds to be ingesting any kind of sand because it can lead to potential crop impaction. But because these are made out of kind of natural seashells and things, it's not going to harm your bird if they were to accidentally ingest a little bit of these, although the primary use of course is to trim down our birds' nails. But yeah, we've gone through so many of these, and that is a good sign because they're working, and we very rarely actually have to trim our birds' nails. When you are putting in standing perches, you have to be very careful of where you place them. You want it to be a perch that your bird uses regularly, but not the one that they spend most time on, because, you know, it's quite a rough surface and you want them to have texture but not always be standing on something like this. So you have to see how your bird uses its cage and then place these accordingly. But yeah, we definitely needed to stock up on these, so I'm glad I've got enough, and these are in the small size. We also needed some more calcium perches, so those ones are still technically calcium perches, but I like to give a couple of options, and they gave us random colours. We've got a blue, a pink and a yellow, so I have to decide who gets which colour. But yeah, I like to have a few options. I did want to get the smalls, but they were out of stock, so these are the mediums. They're a little bit thicker, but to be honest, having like 1 or 2 perches for your birds that are quite a lot thicker than the rest is still fine because it's good exercise for your bird's feet. Similarly, we have things like platform perches as well, where our birds can have their feet nice and flat. So they'll enjoy playing on this, chewing it, and we'll place these near the toys so they do get used. And these will still have a bit of an effect with wearing down your bird's nails, because any kind of textured perch is going to have that effect. But yeah, we like to have a nice big variety of perches in our cages. And then just a couple of treats to round things off. I got a tiny little bag of Tidy Mix sesame sticks. This is one of Pickles' favourite treats in the whole world, but I find when I buy a really big bag of it, they just end up going off before we actually get round to using them all, because the other birds, they kind of have a nibble on them, but they're really not bothered about them. So I thought if we got a tiny little bag, a little resealable one that we can use, then we can have a few on hand for Pickles for when she does something really special or she makes really good progress in her training. She can have one of these and be very happy about that. And then the final two things I got were some carrot flakes and some beetroot flakes from Tidy Mix. We've had the beetroot ones before, but I've never had the carrot ones. Now, I said at the start of the video that our birds are on a fresh and primarily vegetable diet, which they are, but having some kind of dried vegetables, things to add to their evening meal, or for a bit of forage, or for a bit of fun or variety, I find is quite useful. So I like to get these very occasionally to supplement their fresh diet, and the birds seem to really like it. I'll be honest, I really like the beetroot one because I hate preparing fresh beetroot because it just makes such a mess. It stains your clothes and your hands, so sometimes providing dried is a little bit easier, although we do prefer to, you know, go the extra mile for our birds. And I do buy fresh beetroot occasionally, but sometimes, as I said, it's just nice to have these on hand. And these are listed as like human food grade as well, so they're decent quality, and that's what it says on the website, so that's what I'm going with. So yeah, that's all of the things that I have in my haul today. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the bits I've got for the birds. Let me know if you have treated your birds recently, or if you're making DIY toys. Let me know what you're spoiling your birds with at the moment. And I'm going to go and put all this stuff away and disinfect everything with F10, because I do that with everything, like the perches and the toys that come in from any order, just to be on the safe side. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Take care and see you later.